Hey, this is Will with Perfect Apparel. Hey, this is my Tuesday Testimonial. And if you're following us or if you're new to the channel, one of the things that I do is on Mondays, I will post a Monday motivational quote on Instagram. And then Tuesdays, I kind of try to follow up that with what was the inspiration behind that particular quote, right? So I don't just pick random quotes. Sometimes they are directly from me, for sure. Sometimes they are inspired by others. Um, but I pick those quotes really based upon either things that I'm going through, things that I have been through, things that I know is on my path right now that I'm about to go through, right? Things that are really on my mind as far as how do we get our business to the next level. So, hopefully, my goal with this is to kind of be transparent, um, open up the communication lines, to my followers so that, I can inspire you guys based upon the things that I've been through, and then also give us an opportunity to really learn together, right? So one of my things is I always say it is that I don't know everything, right? But what I know, I am willing to share that with you. And then hopefully, you can give me some nuggets along my journey, along my way, getting our social media platforms up and running. So this is what it is. So if you didn't see that quote again, follow us on Instagram at Perfect Apparel. But the quote is, success is not created in isolation. It's shaped by the brilliance we recognize in others and the wisdom we're willing to embrace. Powerful to me, right? What does that mean? So to me, what that means is my company started in January 14th, 2011. We never really prioritized social media as a means for sales, as a means for advertising. We just didn't do it, right? My generation really wasn't about social media. That's a couple of generations after me. And today in 2025, I kind of would like to hit myself across the head like, man, why didn't you just keep up doing what you were doing, back in 2017 when you actually started doing social media stuff, right? But really you can't look up on the past. So what I'm looking at now is, okay, can't change the past, forget all about that. Let's start today. And what am I doing today in order to make my social media platforms better? Again, in order to make it, allow us to build upon that as a company and as an organization. And so I do a lot of research. I've been doing heavy research for the last 2 months on social media platforms, content, how to get followers, how to monetize your platforms, all of that good stuff. And really the one consistent thing that I constantly hear from people is you just got to be consistent. One, post something every day if you can. Two, right? And then in order to, I would say, jumpstart your program, learn from others. So that's what I've been doing. So, as of recently, one of the things we've done is we've actually engaged our employees here at Perfect Apparel, honestly, on social media stuff like, hey, what are you guys doing? What should we be doing? How can we collaborate? We need to do more how-tos. We need to do more lives, really just brainstorming ideas so that we can bring you guys content that you want to see, right? So for us, again, I've been doing this for a long time. When I first started embroidery, I had embroidered one single thing in my life, so we brought a single head embroidery machine. We got training for about 2 hours and then we were off and running since then. But I've learned a lot since then, so I know there's a lot of things that I can share with you guys, make your learning curve a lot easier, a lot smoother than mine. But then, really think about other topics that I can, help you guys with as well. And then, like I said, honestly, I've taught a whole bunch of stuff in my career. And I know and understand that, part of that teaching is understanding what does the audience want from you. So, when you engage with us, please get in the comments, leave me a comment on what type of stuff would you like to see from Perfect Apparel, and from me, like, how did I get started? Why did I get started? What type of machines do we have? Trying to think all the questions that I had when I was first getting started, right? I wanted to see shop tours. Let me see what your facility look like. You know, what type of equipment do you have? What type of storage do you have? How many people do you employ? What do you really need to get started? If you were to do this all over again, kind of what would you do differently? Let me know what you want, then we'll try to put some of that content together. And again, so I can share what my experiences are with you. Hopefully we can learn from each other. Once we start doing some of these live events, we can go tat for tat, tit for tit, you know what I mean? We'll just continue to learn, you know, from each other, push each other, and hopefully allow each other to monetize our content if that's a goal that you want, right? So that's even one of the things. What's your goal? You know, do you want $1 million business, or do you just want to make extra $500 a month? Both of those things are successful if that's your goal. So you have to understand kind of what your goal is. Do I need to start a company, or do I just want to do this as a side hustle, and again, just to make extra money? All of those are decisions you got to make when you first get your business started. You know, so, you know, I'm happy to say that, you know, even though we didn't do this years ago, we're starting to do it now. Hopefully we can make an impact on your business or your side hustle. And hopefully I can learn from you guys as well. So I will leave it at that. Will Mathis, Perfect Apparel, screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, Divine 9 apparel and accessories. Again, leave some comments in the comments and let us know yeah, what would you want to see from us? What type of content do you want? What type of questions do you have? So that's it for me today. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with something for you. I don't know what it is, on which platform it'll be on. But again, we're trying to figure out the platforms these different messages and videos and posts should be on. I'll leave you with all of our contact information, though, our socials at least. So at Instagram, we are at Perfect Apparel. On Facebook, we are at Perfect Apparel. On YouTube, where this will drop, we're at Perfect Apparel TV. Again, please like this stuff. Now I understand why all of the content creators will say this. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe. It's important, right? We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers so that we can begin to monetize our content, right? At TikTok, we are at Perfect Apparel LLC. I think I hit them all. So reach out to us. Let us know what you want to see. And again, back to the motivational quote, right? It is, don't be afraid to learn from others, man. Everybody around you got something to tell you. And you can learn, even if it's a negative statement, it's something you can learn from positive and negative. So appreciate the audience. Until next time, out.